Hi there, this is Greg from Smart School Councils. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm going to take a guess that you're interested in Smart School Councils, but you're not quite sure what it is or if it's right for you and your school. So it's completely natural to have questions, and I thought the best way to tackle this was to show you what you get as a member and give you a bit of a tour. So as a member, you can log in the top right of our website, put in your login details, and you'll be able to access our members dashboard. This is where you can set up and maintain your Smart School Council, which is going to turn your current school council into one that involves every single pupil in your school and gets everybody involved in pupil voice. So firstly, we have a quick setup guide here, which involves the steps you need to take to get set up. So for example, briefing your staff. Now, we've tried to do as much of the work for you as possible by including all the notes you need, the PowerPoint, the PDF, an example link, and some videos to try and make it easy for you to persuade your staff to get on board. That's just an example of one of the quick setup guides. Also, the main tool that you're going to use as a member is your class meeting tool. This is what takes the idea of getting everybody involved and makes it super practical for each of your class teachers. Here's an example. This is what would go out to every class or form in your school. They would just click on the link and there'd be nothing to download. It would just go up on the board and you'd hand over to pupils to run today's meeting. To show you an example, here is the question that we asked last time, so we'd like to feed back on that. And here's what's going to happen. And this week's question is, how shall we raise money for Red Nose Day? This is just an example. You would be setting these questions with your leadership team of pupils. We call them the communication team. And how should we raise money for Red Nose Day, Ugly Jumper Day, Silly Hair Day, or Backward Trousers Day? And this is just an example of how it works. We would put the votes in and you would be able to see them across the whole school and also see new ideas for improving the school as well. And that's it. That was just a quick tour of how the class meeting tool works. You'll then be able to see all the results that come in and know which classes haven't taken part nice and easily in the back end of your tool, and set up the next class meeting here too. You can get a record of all the different class meetings you've held to show to Ofsted if you like, by clicking on this tab, and you can manage your school at the bottom here. So put your logo in, give a username and password for your pupils to run this, and add your classes. So that's the class meeting tool. And then the next question is really, well, what do you ask? You've got this ability to ask all your pupils easily a question about school life. What do you ask? That's where the question finder comes in. So this is a bank of over 1,000 questions that you can pick from all of our member schools. So 360 schools across the UK. And you can use this to select a question that you would like to ask in your school. So for example, I'm interested in asking about behaviour. And we've got lots and lots of questions and options that we can select. We don't have to use these, but we can also, these are just meant to be inspiration for you. Also, as members, we send you a question every single week, which is a topical one about what might be happening in the news or the outside world at the moment. So there's lots of support for you and your questions. Also, for each of the three elements, there's a series of resources, so class meeting, communication team, and action teams, information about your membership, and then a few different aspects of the community, which I'd like to point out. So, for example, our online CPD, this is our CPD program for the summer term. It's all online and it's all free for members. So if you'd like to find out about how to set up your class meeting tool, then there's a session on that. If you'd like to look at the inclusion aspect of Smart School Councils and how we give the quietest voices a platform, then you can access that too. These will all be co-delivered with teachers who are currently doing the Smart School Council model, so we can hear real life stories from their schools. Fantastic. So that's the CPD, and also we have the members Facebook group. So this is just for members who are implementing their Smart School Council model. And at the moment, we're running every Friday a members meetup. So here's the one from last Friday. For some reason, we're all wearing black, but this was a great session with Devinda, who is a primary teacher in Bradford, and so she was talking about how she's working on her Smart School Council, and these are free for every member to join and interact with. The final thing that I think it's worth mentioning is also, if you need help, you just click on this support icon, and when that loads, that's going to help you with lots of different questions that teachers have had before. But also, we're always very quick to answer emails. So if you do want to email us as a member, here's your special member email address and a phone number. So that's how you get in touch with us if you have a question that you can't find an answer for. Cool. Okay. I hope that's given you a sense of what you get as a member. And thank you very much for listening.